I want to close off on a positive note. We've talked about regulation today. There's a lot of exciting things happening as well. What excites you the most about the future? Sophie, why don't you go ahead?
I'll start from that perspective of the different waves of the financial industry. And at Google, we have been in every single one of that wave. What do I mean by that? Wave 1 being your very established traditional enterprise banks. Wave 2, we see an emergence of your fintechs, your insurtechs, neobanks, digital banks. And now wave 3 is at this wave of Web3 fintechs that we see emerging. And moving from a centralized banking system to decentralized, or what we call DeFi in that sense. And Google has been in this journey with across all these 3 waves, enabling them in their digital journey. And from that lens, what I'm really excited about is in this third wave of the rise of these Web3 fintechs or DeFis, because it brings forth the promise of financial inclusion. It brings forth that perspective of how we can look at really serving the unbanked or the underserved, so that we can provide greater accessibility or financial accessibility and participation for many of the emerging markets. So for example, we have a agriculture or agri-tech platform, a customer that we work with called Agri8. And what their main objectives is, how do they look at unlocking capital for climate resilient farmers? The second thing that I'm really excited about, other than this new wave of Web3 and fintechs, is really the power and the evolution of technology that underpins really the entire digital economy or the building of the new financial network. And what do I mean by that? We see at Google really a lot of industry lines being blurred or converging. We have a customer who is traditionally an airlines company that used to sell air tickets, get you from destination A to B, but we're seeing a shift of how they are looking at expanding their business, where now they are providing a super app delivering services from deliveries, embedded finance from an insurance perspective, digital payments, e-wallets. And what really excites me with these 2 examples is that the future of the financial industry, or the future of fintech, is really the diversified players that is coming together to collaborate. Like I explained, that a airlines company is no longer just looking at air tickets, but is looking at embedded finance, for example. And how today we're all sitting here with Google, with Stripe, with TDCX, where TDCX looks at delivering the best customer service, the right skills, the resources, the knowledge. Stripe from a payment gateway perspective, Google from a cloud technologies and innovation. But it's so important how these different diversified players and ecosystem come together to collaborate. And that's what will drive the future of, I would say, the digital economy, the future of financial services, the future of cross-industry partnerships that will really help drive economic prosperity and, of course, sustainable businesses. And that's what I'm really excited about.
I love the diversity part. I love the inclusion and bringing these opportunities to underserved communities. Anton, what about you?
I think the thing that sort of really excites me the most is sort of the pace of innovation. So having sort of spent the last 6 years in Singapore, I was reflecting recently about how did I sort of engage and sort of operate with financial services 6 years ago versus today. So some very obvious examples. The first is we all used to carry around a DBS token where if we wanted to sort of authorize a payment or do something through the app, we had to sort of enter those 9 numbers. Previously, when you bought something online and there was a 3DS authentication required, you had to receive a text message as an OTP. Now everything happens seamlessly through your DBS app. It's on your iPhone or your Android smartphone, and everything is kind of a first-class technology experience. Another example, which I was referring to earlier, was around like sort of KYC. So previously you had to walk into an office. In other instances, you would sort of email your most sensitive personal information to a general email address. Whereas today, you just link your SingPass to an app and all of your KYC information is kind of seamlessly transmitted, securely and seamlessly transmitted. And after a few seconds, you're already up and running, transacting. Sort of as a payments nerd, the thing I'm most excited about is how sort of common and easy peer-to-peer payments are. So 6 years ago, when you sort of went to have dinner with friends, you'd probably have to dish out cash to settle the bill at the end of the night. Today, you tap a few buttons and your friends have the exact dollar amount and you don't have to deal with change. One of the things I'm most excited about is also not having to carry coins around. I go to the hawker center and I buy my entire meal and just scan a QR code, and kind of the hawker is paid directly from my bank account. So while I think it's almost impossible to sort of project what the next 5 to 10 years would look like, I really believe at the current pace of innovation, the consumer experiences are going to keep improving. I think we'll have more choices in the ways in which we engage with financial services. And as consumers, we benefit the most because we will have more choice and a lot of better experiences.
A lot of great things to look forward to. Thank you so much, Anton. Thank you, Sophie, for coming today. It was a pleasure having you guys. Appreciate your thoughtful answers and the engaging conversation. Thank you.
Thank
you for having us.